welcome back. We are here live at the Adobe 99U conference. I'm Kathleen, and I'm here with my new friend, Abigail Goh. Welcome. Yay. So this is Abigail's first time live streaming, right?
Yeah.
So everybody in chat, say hello to Abigail. Be nice. Let her know that she's doing great. So we've had creatives streaming for the last 2 days from all different creative influences. We've also been streaming some of the select talks from the theater that is right in front of us, if you can see where we're looking. So we're gonna have Abigail kind of talk about her work. She's an illustrator and also an awesome motion designer, which I did not know, just a little bit.
Yeah.
So Abigail, do you want to introduce yourself? Let people know who you are.
Hi, I'm Abigail. I do illustration and I also do a little bit of motion. Bulk of my work, I got started on Editorial, but right now I also do illustrations for style frames and motion studios and that kind of stuff. So
cool. Yeah, you're working in-house, although you're a freelancer at the moment, right?
yeah, it's like this here and there.
Yeah, that's very cool. I love that. Adobe Live says, welcome friends, Tiana. Hi Kathleen, hello. Shauna is in the chat. What's up, Carolina? Everyone's saying hey.
Hey, I see my friend.
Oh, cool. Oh, is that your friend?
Yes.
What's up, Lomel? Hello, Voodoo Val. Awesome to have you all here. So, you graduated a couple years ago. You went to SCAD, and then how did you end up where you are now since then?
I moved up to New York for an internship. I did two internships, and then I just started freelancing from there. So yeah, just people reach out through email, and then I just respond, and that's how it got rolling.
Yeah, that's how the magic happens. Nathan says, well, now I'm going to follow Abigail. Awesome work on your website. I agree. Yeah, you can follow her on Instagram, Behance. We're going to be looking at Abigail's Behance as you kind of talk about your work a little bit. Is there a specific project you want to jump into first?
Let's see, I guess we can talk about maybe something happy. Like my personal project is like animals.
Sure, this one?
Yeah.
Cute. Oh, look at that little guy.
It's a
Zoom in.
shrimp.
Little shrimpy.
Yeah, this is a fun personal project. I just I had some free time, so I just drew animals using my style is kind of bold and graphic, so I just wanted to play around with shapes and colors, and then on Instagram when I posted each one of these animals, then I'll research a fun fact about each of them, and then I'll post it there. So
Cool.
that was really fun.
You're adding some value, like teaching people about the animals.
Yeah, it's a fun way to learn while you're doing a personal project,
yeah.
and they're really fast to just churn out, so you get a nice series that you can post everywhere.
Totally. Yeah. So what did you use to create these? Was it Illustrator?
Yeah, Illustrator. I usually sketch them out in my sketchbook and get a few shapes, and then I bring them in the Illustrator, and then I also put texture in Photoshop.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask how you get the texture because people have trouble sometimes adding texture in Illustrator. I'm the same. I usually take it over
it's easier
to Photoshop. Whoa, this is fun.
Chameleon.
Yeah, makes my brain hurt in a good way. So we're looking at Abigail's portfolio right now, and we're going to be looking at some of yours in about 25, 30-ish minutes. You should see below us, maybe in a couple minutes, that there will be a countdown to get your portfolio submitted. So I believe it's over here on the camera. You'll see a portfolio tab where you can submit it. Abigail's obviously an illustrator, got some motion going on in there, some graphic design. So if your portfolio is similar, you do illustration, maybe you should submit it, and Abigail and myself will review maybe 2 or 3 in about 25 minutes. So get those submitted. And also, if you have questions for Abigail, please ask them, because she's here. She's here to answer your questions. Jack says, Abby, you are my hero.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Hi, Jack. What's up? Jacob says, cool and cute. Great work. Love those animals. Yeah, Siobhan, I agree. I think the frog is my favorite so far. Just this opacity right here.
Looking.
Yeah, he is very sad. What happened to him? He's disappearing.
Yeah.
That's why he's so
It's a
sad.
glass tree frog.
Oh, really? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
What is the fun fact? Do you remember?
I think they actually don't move around a lot because their limbs are special, so they kind of walk like lemurs more than hopping around like frogs or something.
That's strange.
Yeah, it's strange stuff.
Cool. What about this? Is this a sand or desert tortoise or something?
Yeah, I forgot what kind of tortoise it is, but it's like a golden star thing. I don't
Oh,
know.
I see. This cool
Yeah.
pattern on there.
They're all like a little bit grumpy, but
Yeah.
I like them that way.
Have some attitude. We have a question from Sarah in the chat. Do you use the pen tool or a tablet of some sort?
I have a Wacom tablet, but usually for Illustrator, I just build them out as shapes, and, like just like the Pathfinder and like
Oh, gotcha. So you
to
actually
get like the perfect like
Yeah.
round corners and everything.
Right, I can see that, especially like right here, how that would happen. That's really cool. I feel like in Illustrator you don't really need a drawing tablet unless
yeah.
you're drawing with the pencil tool or the brush tool.
Yeah, the mouse works fine for Illustrator.
Which is why I think it's a great tool for beginners. You don't really need any extra hardware. You just can use your trackpad or an old mouse and you're good to go. Ooh, look at this texture. He's peeking out.
It's a baby.
Yeah. He doesn't look grumpy. He just looks curious. Nice. Is this still going on? Or is it kind of
I
done?
kind of like stopped doing it, but I'll get back them on it, and then maybe there'll be an Animals 3 because
Heck
this
yeah.
is like the first one, and I also have
Oh,
a
there's
second
more.
one.
Okay. Look at that. Yeah, I love this kind of call to action at the end. Like
Yeah.
you can actually come check this out on my Instagram.
Yeah.
Dominic is wondering, how do you choose your colors? Which is good because you have a great color palette.
Thank you. I try not to go too crazy with the colors. Like I choose like one main color, like the toucan, like the colors of the toucan, like just to bring out. I don't know. It really depends, I guess. But I tend to go like for just maybe 3 or 4 colors
Yeah,
on
kinda
each
limited.
piece. Like yeah, I think it helps because my work is more bold, so it kind of brings that out. But
Yeah.
I also find like the color slider on Photoshop is very helpful
Oh,
for
heck
like
yeah.
helping you get like nice color combinations. Like
Yeah, do you use like CMYK or HSB? Which slider do you
the
use?
HSB.
Me too.
Yes.
I love finding other HSB
Yes,
users.
I love the HSB slider.
Super helpful. Eddie Song says, Abby, woo!
Eddie, oh hi Eddie.
Eddie says, why are you so nice? That's nice. Welcome, Eddie. Thanks for being here. Yeah.
They're all
I
my
agree.
friends.
Yay! I love it when there's friends supporting friends in chat. So cool. We actually had one of your friends streaming yesterday, Amelia.
Amelia, she was on the chat. I saw her
Oh,
name.
Amelia, I didn't see you. Hello. I asked her yesterday. I'm like, are you going to be in chat supporting your friend? She is. This is really, really nice detail on this face. Kind of really subtle shapes.
Yeah.
Really
It's
nice.
fun to, like, it looks simple, but it's always nice to like add in a little bit
Yeah.
of detail.
It's very
in there.
designed, although it's simple. Whoa.
So it's
at
more
him.
crazy, alligator or crocodile or something.
Yeah. So are you doing this personal project while you're working on freelance and full-time work?
Most of the time, like this is like when there are like slower days, then I just like scroll around looking for animals to draw.
Yeah. I love
Like
this.
the dairy cow.
Yeah, floating away. And how do you balance that? Like you're working and then you're also just doing stuff for
I think
fun.
just I really like drawing, so like,
Yeah,
I just find
you
the
like
time
it.
to do it. Like it's always fun. Like I just go when I'm like playing a show on the side, and I just like doodle.
Yeah.
So sometimes these things just happen.
Very nice. Eddie says this gator has more style than he
Than
will
I-
ever have. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, Nathan says cool depth created in 2D objects.
Images.
Totally agree. Nice. Yeah, I think you do really have a simple color palette, but you also have these pop colors.
Yeah.
Like very warm here, but then cool background.
I think like for my personal projects, I tend to use more like bright colors, and then like some of my editorial stuff, if they're more like somber,
Oh yeah.
like sometimes I get like, for example, like some dark topics like miscarriage
Yeah.
or something sad.
Right.
Then I'll like these were actually the brand colors for the
Oh,
Lily news.
Yeah.
But then it helps when you use like whatever suits the topic, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. And I read in your bio that you like to make work that's very like lyrical and makes you feel something. So I can definitely see that in your shapes, in your color. Is there another one you want to
try.
look at?
It's maybe Oreo icons.
Cool.
Like, that was a fun one.
So is this a real project or a pitch?
It was started as a pitch, and then we won the pitch. So I got to design like a whole bunch of food icons. That's always the best, looking at food. And then I also animated them in my free time.
Yeah, just for fun.
And then I just like lay them out in a pretty way. put them online.
Rainy says, I'm your biggest fan.
Hello, Rainy. Hello, Rainy's my friend too.
What's up,
All
Rainy?
my friends.
So many friends. Love it.
They're
Where are all
very
my
supportive.
friends at? Yeah, they are supportive.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. So what were these icons for? I don't associate these kind of foods with Oreos.
Oh yeah, they were trying to like do this like contest where you can like submit ideas for flavors.
Oh,
So then
yeah.
they would like pair them up and put them on this cool, like they animated them in like this like thing, and then you can like just see your flavors get animated. It's pretty cool.
Oh, wow.
And then I think if you submitted like the best idea, you win like a lot of money, and you win your flavor being made.
Heck yeah, for a lifetime.
Yeah.
Yum.
So
Ooh,
these were
these are
really
cute.
fun to create and animate.
It just keeps going. There's so many.
I know it was like intense just drawing them every day and like switching the colors for different flavors, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had like some random ones too, like wee
I was
flavored.
like, wait, what?
Yeah,
not
they
the
tried to be
flavor.
like crazy, but I think it was fun.
Planet flavored.
Galaxy, I think that was that one.
Oh.
Yeah,
Lava? Nuclear?
yeah, that kind
Volcano?
of volcano. I think.
Cool. Do you have a wide range of deadlines? Like, are sometimes they're really short and sometimes they're more drawn out?
Definitely for editorial, I think the turnaround is really quick. Like you
Like,
get
how quick?
like you can get an email like at like maybe 9 o'clock at night, and then they're like, can we see 6 sketches tomorrow morning? And then like the finals due on Wednesday.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
it's pretty intense, but I kind of like working under pressure. Then it's like it's just like fast.
Yeah.
Like, it gets you going.
Right, I feel like I can actually make decisions if I have a tighter
Yeah.
deadline. If I don't, I'm just like, I don't know. Just kind of take all the time that I need.
Yeah.
Cool.
These are some fun pieces for different companies that commissioned me for editorial work. Yeah. I like slightly conceptual. Like,
I love this. I really love editorial illustration. I think it's like my favorite. This is interesting. Is this just a little asset you made, or did it go with one of them?
It went with the first one, and then I just
Okay.
like I have this thing on Behance where I like make a little vignette for like the top and the bottom,
Yeah.
just to like bookend my project.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
really
this is
smart.
from, like this project. So.
Oh, I see this.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, chat. This is a really great example of laying out your illustration projects on Behance well. You can still design them well, even though there maybe are more illustrations, like having this kind of reoccurring theme of having these vignettes at the beginning and the end. Super nice. And you have a link to going to the finished product. Awesome. Let's actually go over to your full website.
My website.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really cute.
I have a bunch of stuff. Like I try to have like gifs for like gifts for the little landing things,
Right.
and like you can click on them, so you can go in to like
Which
look
one?
at more.
There's too many options.
Let's see. Maybe if you go up.
Yeah.
Window Collector. That was a children's book I did when I was at school.
Is it a real children's book? Or
Yeah. I just did it at, like in my children's book class.
oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice,
So
like a dummy book.
it was fun. Like I'm definitely trying to like get more work for like to do like on the side. So it's always fun to like go back and do this kind of like big projects.
Yeah. So did you do the full illustrated book? Or?
Yeah, I
Whoa.
didn't actually print it out, but
Yeah.
a lot of people have asked for like a hard copy, so
Yeah.
I'm thinking about like making it better. Maybe
Right.
Putting
and you're
it,
like, give
yeah.
me money, then I'll do it.
Yeah.
Ooh, is this like your
It's like
pseudonym?
sketches.
Yeah, Abigail?
Yeah, it's like
Cool.
just shorten my first name and then Abigail.
That's a really cool, just single name. I love it.
It actually came from my SCAD email, like the student account,
Oh,
and I was
yeah.
like, oh, it works. I'm gonna use this.
Love it.
Yeah.
Great. So when I took my children's book illustration class, we just had to do the dummy book, so like just sketches of all the spreads, but you really finished the whole thing.
My style is like very simple, so it's like I can like turn them out really fast.
Wow. So cool. MVN wants to know, can we see the tennis thing?
Tennis thing, sure. This one?
Oh, this one? Cool. Nice
That
save.
was just like a random. I don't know how this idea came up, but like I like combining. I guess a lot of my work is like visual metaphors. So I just like the idea of like this kind of looks like a web, and I imagine like for like a fake project kind of thing, like it could work for like a topic of like saving or like like just being like the little spider working hard.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
catching the balls.
I love this. This reminds me of, did you ever play Wii Sports with the
A
Wii?
little bit, yeah.
I feel like it used to say, nice save, when you make a good save.
Yeah, it's like
Perfect.
trapping the balls in its web.
Awesome. Chat, you want to see anything else? I mean, we got time.
I saw somebody ask for the Jimmy Dean one, which is like the very first one.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
What's the story here?
This one was also for a pitch at Bernie School, and then we were pitching for Jimmy Dean. I think they sell like sausages.
Yeah,
and,
like breakfast stuff.
So we were trying to catch that cowboy vibe and like
That texture.
yeah, these are done in Photoshop.
Cool.
And then like I just like build them out in layers. Like they didn't actually win the pitch, so they didn't get animated. But like I imagine like it would be cool. Like just like this direction B would have been like a constant pan.
Oh,
to the
nice.
right.
Yeah, because
So,
it's really long.
yeah.
Maybe with some parallax, some foreground
yeah,
stuff.
like the foreground would like move slower than the background or faster.
Yeah.
You know?
Nice, and some actual like photography in here.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Style frames.
Wow. And then you
So,
actually did it.
Yeah, just like a really quick one. Like I just like stitched them together and then I
Right.
pop it into After Effects.
Yeah, so this is such a good example of just like this is just a small thing that you did, but it's so impactful. Like just that extra little detail. Ooh, Cameron, great question. Wondering, how did you become a full-time freelancer? Because that's kind of like a magical thing that
Yeah.
there's so many different ways to do it.
Yeah. I think when I was still in school, like I tried to like somehow I think I've always been posting my work, so people have been reaching out and you kind of like did a little bit of freelance when I was still in school, and then now I just like when you build up your like when you want to go into studios, then you have to like reach out and be like, hi, I'm in New York.
Yes, this is me.
Yeah, and then like slowly when you get into their like roster, I think, then they start booking you. So
Cool.
you kind of need to do a little bit of reaching out.
Right. So you definitely have to network a little bit. Do you
Yeah.
ever network in person, or is it mostly emails that you send?
I'm kind of shy, so
Yeah,
I don't.
emails
I
work?
don't. Yeah, I do emails. Like emails are definitely easy.
And it works.
Yeah, it works.
And I think also like conferences are a great way to meet people. Kind of forces you to if
Yeah.
you are shy. Yeah. Anastasia wants to know, what software do you use for animation?
Fighting Islamophobia. Oh, that one is a
Yeah, let's look at that.
project.
Down?
It's down. All the way. This one.
Oh, cool.
Fighting
I was wondering about this too.
This one was actually, it was like my final week in school, so it was pretty crazy with finals. But then Huffington Post, I reached out. They wanted, it was like an unpaid thing. They were like, but then I felt like this is a topic that needs to be discussed.
important, yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'll do it. And so I used After Effects and a little bit of cell animation for the red part.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I just kind of drew in Photoshop, like frame by frame.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a fun project.
Heck yeah. What was the turnaround like for this?
I think it was like pretty quick, like 3 weeks, 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it was like a one-person thing, so like it was pretty crazy, like doing it while doing finals. But it's like gives me like a good like I need to manage my time well and all that kind of thing. So
Yeah, good challenge. Yeah, I was also wondering about this one, like what you use to animate, and it's a great example of combining different projects or programs, cross-platform workflow even. Nice. Chat, you want to see anything else? Or would you like to talk about anything else?
I think no.
Okay, well, we're going to look at some more. Maybe the Sam Adams one, because it's kind of another actual brand. Was this a pitch as well?
Yeah, this was a pitch. Like just like I think the idea was like by the beach, like using the lines that was in their new packaging, and then like we wanted to like bring that out in the illustration as well. It's always fun because this pitch they actually did like a few different like when I work in the studio, they have other designers also working on the same pitch, so it was really fun like watching other designers come up with the different styles of doing it, and mine was just like the more flat 2D style.
Gotcha. So you only worked on this one, and then they worked on totally different
like
ones?
some people do like 3D stuff, which is really awesome, and like it's always fun. To
Does that
see.
ever get like competitive? Like who's gonna get picked?
I think people are really nice and like we try to help each other.
Of course.
Yeah, that was fun. I made the logo into that little billboard thing.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Didn't even
That
notice.
was fun.
I really love how you're able to integrate this texture of your work, even with things as flat as these kind of vectory wave lines.
Yeah. I like texture a lot. So
Photoshop brushes.
Yeah.
Love playing with them. Mulberry says, hi, loved your work.
Thank you.
Yeah. Salah Mawit wants to know, how do you conceptualize the patterns? Which patterns do you mean?
I guess there's a
Maybe all
little
of them.
bunch of them.
Yeah.
Like, as you can tell, I like patterns.
We're both patterned out right
yeah,
now.
so just kind of doodling patterns. Like, just like there's some nice like fabric shops that have like really great patterns that I like I follow to like have some inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. I think when adding these little extra pattern details, that's my favorite part of making the work. Like just getting really nitty gritty in there and actually drawing.
It's the fun part.
Super fun. Let's go back here. I want to learn about this little thing because she is fun.
This one is like also another pitch. I think it was an actual job. I did the backgrounds and like I was working with a very talented illustrator director also, and then he did like the characters.
Cool. So what was the end product? Is it
was
a video?
A Google product. Like I think it was like something for the Philippines. They had like a special Google product, and like so we were trying to get like characters that looked specific to the people of the Philippines, and like so that was fun. Like researching what they wear, researching like skin tones, that kind of thing.
Yeah. And then this little lady.
This little, I was like practicing character animation. So I tried my first time using like the A tool Do It or something. It's for like animating, but it's tough. So it's my one and only practice with
I
Do It.
love it. Before we started, I was like, Abigail, did you design this dance? This is like a good dance. It's my new dance.
She's happy looking.
Oh, there's the actual video.
Yeah.
Cool. We'll
And this was like on the website. The Gentleman Scholar was the studio that did this.
Cool.
So they're really good.
Wow, it must be so cool to see your work in the wild.
Yeah, it's always great when animators do like an awesome job.
Yeah, I think that's one great thing about being a freelancer is you see your work in so many different contexts and places. Nathan says it looks like you could use the rubber hose to animate this.
Yes, I haven't tried rubber hose, but I've been meaning to. I used Do It, I think, which is also another plugin for After Effects.
Oh, nice, a plugin. Very cool. And yes, Voodoo Val, 10 more minutes to get your submissions in, a little less than 10 actually. The timer should be below me, I think, to let you know when the deadline is. So if you submit your portfolio, maybe an illustration portfolio, maybe with some motion in there, we might pick it, and Abigail and myself might review them for the last 30 minutes of the segment. So that'll be in about 10 minutes that we start looking at them. I'm really excited. I love looking at your portfolios, helping you out. I want to go to this one as well because we watched this earlier and he's just so dang cute.
This is a personal project I did also on my downtown. I just designed like a little gnome.
Yeah.
It's like fall and then like the witch for Halloween.
Right.
It's like that triangle shape.
I was going to say, yeah, the triangles for sure.
And then like just fun like practicing After Effects because I'm fairly new to motion and I want to get more. Sometimes I get editorial jobs that they ask for like animated stuff.
Right.
So I need to like practice more.
Yeah. How do you, I don't know, navigate that? Like you're an illustrator, you went to school for that, and then motion is kind of thrown in there.
So how they do classes at SCAD is like they let you take classes outside of your major. So I did a few classes in motion like in SCAD. So that's how I got a few like
cool.
Like that's how I learned the program, and then I just need more practice.
Yeah.
So
right.
Personal projects.
Right. After Effects, especially, like if you don't use it, you kind of forget how to use it. I'm in that boat at the moment. A little bit of character design.
Yeah.
Love it. Voodoo Val says, oh man, the witch is so great. I loved how she was just like,
Yeah.
Tima says, those are really cute. I agree. Nathan says you should create animations and designs for greeting card companies.
Oh, I have actually, but
really?
Because of like the non-disclosure thing, I cannot post it. But if you look out for Hallmark, was it Hallmark? Oh no, sorry,
or
I'm
American
like forgetting.
Greetings?
American Greetings, yeah.
Okay, cool. They're in
Really
Cleveland,
awesome.
Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Abby went to SCAD, I went to CCID, two illustration graduates. I think SCAD's a beautiful school. Definitely check it out. In the chat, if you have any questions about art school or coming out of school and going into the creative workforce, it's a good time to ask. Next Wave says the bat looks like a Pokemon. Nice. Yeah, are you inspired by specific things like Pokemon?
I don't actually watch that much Pokemon, but
Yeah.
definitely like cute Japanese things that
Yeah.
they work.
I can definitely see that.
Yeah, I have some artists that I really like. that,
Oh, yeah?
Like Craig Fraser, like Philip Giordano, like they have very great like ideas and like shapes.
Yeah.
And I'm very inspired by it. And I'm always like scrolling on Behance, so like a lot of great artists out there.
Right. Yeah, I love scrolling through Behance. I was saying earlier, I think during Jeannie's stream, that I was like, I love Behance, although it makes me feel a little bad about myself sometimes, but that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is this for?
This was for also another style frame project. I was designing style frames, and they actually went with a different color palette, and they made me change a lot of stuff. But
Oh.
this was like the first round, which I liked a lot, so
Yeah.
I posted like the first round. So yeah, like it was for a pharmaceutical company, like scientists, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Just like growing pills.
growing pills.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's them being happy with their final product.
Yeah, I noticed these clouds are kind of pill-shaped. Is that on purpose?
I think I just drew them for fun. Maybe.
Yeah.
Kind of look like rice also.
That's true, little rice grains, subliminally pills. Cat girls.
Cat girls.
I'm
This
into this.
Doodles. I like making like cute things.
Open your Instagram. Just for fun.
Okay. This was cell animation. Like this was like I was like fairly new, so I was practicing.
Yeah.
And I like cats and I like girls. So
Yeah, and texture
combine
and
them.
patterns.
Yeah, just playing around in motion. Like still getting there. I need more practice, but
No,
this was fun.
Yeah, I love the kind of naive or childish nature of this. It's just
Yeah.
in Photoshop?
Yeah, Photoshop.
Cool, and just frame by frame?
Yeah.
Nice. I love that. That's my favorite way to animate, just kind of analog,
Yeah.
drawing things over and over again.
Yeah.
Cool. Chat, we have about 4 more minutes until we're going to be looking at portfolios, so make sure you get those submitted as soon as possible. Until then, we're going to keep going through Abby's portfolio, but if you want to go follow her on Instagram, this is her name, Abigail Art, or Abigail Heart.
That's what some people say.
Yeah. When I first saw it, I was like, huh? But yeah, just her little cute animation.
Announcement.
Yay! Love it. Yeah, go give her a follow. And do you find that Instagram is like your best way to network? Or
For
maybe
me,
Behance or Gmail?
so far is the most active, I think, where our directors reach out to me most from Behance.
Yeah.
But Instagram, it's great for like friends and like new followers, like because I think like a lot of people are on their phones.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Right. I agree. Yeah, it seems like you've been featured a lot.
Yeah, I'm grateful.
Yeah, thanks Behance.
It always like makes my day. I get an email like, I've been featured.
Heck yeah. So how do you find that your projects are so successful? Like, what do you think attracts art directors about your Behance portfolio?
Sure, but
Just magic.
just put a lot of work out there, I think. So it's like I always try to like, for example, this piece was also another static one. So for me, if like I think about how do I make this more interesting, so I animate them, and then I think about how it's presented. So I make the background black.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. I think it helps when somebody is like attracted to the piece itself and they continue looking at it rather than like just clicking away.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot that shows that you put a lot of care
And
into
I think
this.
Our directors, maybe they notice that. That's why they reach out.
Yeah, at least from my experience, I know that seeing that you've put thought into your projects, not just putting up your finished work, even if it's great, but it's just like an image. What's the story? How do I interact with this well? But this really kind of tells you the story just by some motion. Yeah, Adobe Live's got your Instagram link in there. You'll probably have a couple new follows. Ling says, let's go, Abigail.
Yeah, it's on me.
Jean Joel says, you have such a variety and you're very prolific.
Thank
Just
you.
drawing all the time.
I do like drawing. This was also a school project.
Cool.
Back when I was in school. Like, my favorite thing back then was the 4B pencil. I was drawing with the 4B.
Very dark.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites too.
Just color tests, making like a book jacket.
This is almost like Matisse kind
Yeah.
of.
It's the inspiration.
Oh, nice. How did Little booty.
Yeah. Like,
Love it.
I don't know. It was like just make anything. So I just kind of doodled like, oh, I want a mystery cover right
Yeah.
around.
There's something definitely ominous
Yeah.
about this. Cool, and there's even more.
Strange one in a pickle. Like I made that up. Like
Oh, it's just not even a real book?
It's not a real book. I just
that.
like had a little like I imagine like the story would be about like a housewife with like it's like some dark thing about her like
finger in her
husband
pickle
or something.
jar.
Yeah. She cuts off her finger.
And then your little icon.
Yeah.
Little
like,
publishing press.
Yeah.
This is really, really cool. And you show nice little detail shots, which is important because you show the whole jacket here and it might be like, oh, I want to see this a little bit better. Boom. There it is.
It's fun when sometimes the project's really small and then you can just like build it, make it look like there's more work just by like zooming in, cropping in, and like different projects.
That's really smart. And especially for illustrators, like if you have just this finished piece, you're like, how do I present this in a way that doesn't just look like a poster on a wall?
Yeah.
A full story. Very cool. We've got Robzilla in the chat. What's up, Rob?
Hey, Rainy.
What's up? Hi. Rob, I loved your Black Panther project that you just announced. Very cool. So it looks like we're almost out of time, potentially. Out of time? Cool. So we're going to do portfolio reviews. We're probably going to be looking at 2 or 3, depending on how deep we get into it. But first, we're going to go to space. So see you there. Space now. You need to have a drink in space.
Josephine. She's like, I want a shout out.
Oh, what's up, Josephine? Hi. You seriously have like more friends in here than I've ever seen.
They are very supportive because they know I'm nervous.
Oh, I hope you're feeling better now.
Yeah.
Now that you know that it's safe environment. And speaking of friends in chat, I don't know if you know this, chat, but you can click on each other's icons, your little faces in the chat, and that will take you straight to each other's Behance portfolios. You can follow each other, appreciate each other's work. I love doing that. I'm always creeping through, always looking at your projects. So this is Doc's portfolio. Doc Reed. Doc, are you in the chat?
Hi, Doc.
Let us know. What's up, Doc? Wow, that's a thing. Didn't even mean it. So let's look at this portfolio kind of from 10,000 feet at first. Doc Reed, illustrator, designer, screen printer. I am Reedicus. This is a link to the website. Very nice.
Very cool stuff.
Yeah. And then we see over here a little about me. Oh, I love this. There's like a short version, and then a long version. Designer by day, illustrator and printmaker by night. Long version, pretty long, but kind of tells the story of inspiration, goals, and then an overview of who Doc is. Oh, nice.
Doc's here.
What's up, Doc? Cool. So I think from just afar, it looks like you have a nice link outwards. You've got your social. You've got a nice bio. Any thoughts so far?
Really great, like texture and like just looking at how you did your thumbnails. Like I think you have a very nice composition for each thumbnail, so that's always good.
Yeah, it's important to use your thumbnail as something to attract people to click, and I think these definitely do. So nice job. Also, a headshot is always a good idea, or if you have an icon like Abby uses, super cool, that can kind of span across all of your social media. Very helpful. So let's jump into one of these. We have maybe like 7 to 8 minutes to look at some art.
I'll take a look at this one.
Raising Cane. Cool. So, yeah, Last of the Enforcers was slated to make its American debut September 2007. Violent Gentlemen Hockey Club hosted a screening and an accompanying art show for the debut. Awesome. So this looks like it was for an art show for a
this looks
premiere.
more like digital rather than, but still the same techniques for how he does screen printing, which is interesting.
Right, Doc. Is that true? I've actually heard that a lot from people who do screen printing. They still build their digital files.
Yeah, I think that makes it very interesting. I love his use of color, like the cools in the front and then the warms in the back. And I also like how he did it breaks the rectangles.
Yep.
I think it makes it very special.
Yeah, right. Adds some movement, kind of takes you out. So it breaks it here at the top and then really breaks it here to show how close this dude is to knocking you down.
Yeah, this is a great piece.
Yeah, nice job. Yeah, Doc says, yep, that's what I do. Cool. And I also noticed, Doc, that maybe you use the mobile apps. What kind of mobile apps do you use? You maybe use Illustrator Draw, perchance, which Rob Zilla in chat is like the king of Illustrator Draw. Check it out. Free mobile app that uses vector files. You can also do Photoshop Sketch, which is a raster-based program. Super cool. Awesome. So let's look at another one. Cool. Anything else strike your fancy?
You can pick.
Okay, I'll pick. Let's look at, I'm interested in this.
Okay.
Cute dog. This actually looks like it was printed, which maybe it
Yeah.
hasn't.
Really love the texture.
So it says, dogs are a greater source of happiness than people that don't have dogs realize. Preach.
Yeah.
I agree.
I love dogs.
Me too. Let's see, passed away a few years ago. When my friends shared the news, I was devastated. I did this portrait for their family to remind them of the wonderful friend that we had all found in this wonderful creature. It's really sweet. This definitely conveys how sweet this pup was.
Yeah.
Oh, a process video.
Wow.
Let's go.
Wow, this looks so professional.
Yeah, right? So there's I Am Redicus. Very cool.
Oh,
Nice.
interesting.
So drawing with, looks like maybe even the pencil tool in Illustrator,
Oh,
and building it like a screen print. Adding texture in
I
Photoshop.
thought it was an actual screen print. That was very
Yeah.
good laughing.
I'm wondering if you use like the brayer
I
brushes.
saw the Kyle Webster brushes.
I was gonna say, yeah, it looks like Kyle Webster for sure. Man, nice job.
Yeah, this is really great.
Yeah, Tank looks like a wonderful pup. Great job, Doc. Okay, pencil tool and AI. I knew it. Rob says the textures though. How you do those textures though. So let's look at something maybe a little less textural. This looks pretty flat and graphic. Yeah, logo created for a startup videographer. It was important to have family history included in the mark, so the owl element does that.
Interesting.
Cool. It's nice to see a little bit of breadth. So you do very illustrative, kind of screen printy things, and also some logo design.
I would love to see like if you could like build this out more, because that's a great logo. And like nowadays, like graphic designers, they have like so many good like mock-ups.
Yes.
You could like put them on different things. Like
Yeah.
I'm sure like Layton Films could have like different merchandise or swag.
Yeah, definitely. And put it maybe on like a building or
Yeah.
a door or
It's
something.
a great design.
Yeah, and I
can
know that
expand it.
if you open Illustrator, the newest versions, you can just click on templates and drop your files in.
I haven't tried that, but
Yeah,
that is,
it
like,
makes it very easy. So yeah, Doc, that's awesome. Hope to see more mock-ups soon. And let's look at one more. Maybe this one. Mock-ups, just like we said.
yeah, nice
Click on it.
colors. And I like the idea, like I think that's a vinyl, like the record thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Very
that's
conceptual.
A fun illustration. I like how you did the 3 colors. Like,
yeah, definitely. Are they different compositions as well? No, they're not. They just have different crops.
but it's clever. The thing going through the A.
Yeah, and also breaking the
Cropped
edge
up,
right
yeah.
here. Nice. I think my only critique might be these 3 versions are all very similar to me. It's kind of the same layout and just changing the color. So I wonder if there's a way that you could differentiate a little bit, either with size of the actual, like, I don't know, it just feels a little repetitive.
Yeah, that might be cool. Like you have a good design, you can just like expand it. and
Yeah.
Play around with different types of markups too.
Right.
Like you have like the photo frame. Like what if it looked? How would it look like as a billboard or like
Yeah.
something
Definitely.
else?
But really nicely designed. Great job, Doc. Thank you so much for submitting your portfolio. Keep up the great work. I don't know if you ever said what mobile app you use, but let us know because I'm interested. All right, on to our next. We've got Shannon Pace, Springfield, Massachusetts. Is that in right? Cool. So it looks like we have a link to a My Portfolio site, which is a Behance portfolio leveled up. Super cute.
Very nice colors. Very
Got an about
pastel.
me. Yeah. 24-year-old aspiring graphic designer with a penchant for color, science fiction, and the unexpectedly odd. Just super simple. I love it. It might be nice to have your email somewhere,
Oh, yeah. That's
just so people can, yes, I want to hire you. Boom. Email. So which one you want to jump into?
let's see. Let's look at this one.
Here and there. Zoom in.
Here and there. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah. Nice. And that's all we get.
Might be interesting if you could like write a few lines about what it is, so people
Yeah.
know what they're looking at.
Right. I think Abigail's projects are a great example of having a finished piece like we've talked about and then kind of breaking it out into a story.
Yeah.
Because this is obviously very interesting. There's obviously a story behind here, and I'd love to know more. What do you think about the break kind of right in the middle?
That's interesting. I guess she is playing on like the idea of like splitting something in half.
Right.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, I like it. A lot of times people will break at like the thirds, but I think this half works because you also have this element breaking it. Again, it's not just totally half and half.
Yeah,
So very nice.
it's like nice type, like playing around with the organic
Yeah,
lines.
right. Fitting around. I feel like maybe these places where you cut it so that it doesn't run into the form, it's a little strange up here. I think it works better
Yeah.
down here because it's much more formed to the figure. Really nice. I love these little textural
Yeah,
pieces here.
but I like how she did the two colors, like the blue in the back.
Yeah.
It definitely like catches my eye, and like I can read it clearly. Like maybe something for the dare as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it looks like up here has a lot more detail than down here, and maybe that's part of the story.
That's true.
Like we don't know because
Should
it's
I
not
write it out?
provided. Yeah, but very cool, Shannon. Nice work. It's like Illustrator. Makes sense. Cool. Let's jump into another.
Sure. How about the latest one?
Cool. Puppies.
Please.
So we have a full illustration there, and then let's see if there's anything else.
Okay.
Nope. Another case of the standalone image that I'm just curious about.
Yeah.
So Shannon, maybe you can tell us, if you're in chat, what the story is. I'm kind of guilty of this sometimes, of just plopping an illustration up once I finish it, because I'm just like, it's done, get it up. And then you can always come back later and kind of add more, design more.
I feel like sometimes with personal work, some people they just make stuff that they like. So maybe you didn't have that much to say about it, but you can just create it after. Like it's always fine. Like nobody knows.
Yeah.
You can like make the project and then like create a concept for it like after.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I've thought about this for months, but
Yeah.
it's like, no, I just wanted to draw a dog.
Yeah.
That's it. I think these little tendrils of hair are really cute, and this would have been a great opportunity for you to maybe put this hair outwards instead of inwards to kind of utilize this space nicely.
Yeah. I'm getting like the background is more flat, and then but the eye there's like more like there's a
There's
highlight,
detail.
and then there's like the little eyebrow. I guess like if you can like balance it out more, like maybe more details for the flowers or like the hair, like because right now they're kind of drawn on like
Right.
kind of flat.
It's
which
very flat.
I kind of like it also. Like
Yeah, but there is definitely a level of detail here
Yeah.
that you don't find anywhere else, which
like
is,
a little bit of shadow in the back as well.
yeah, it's hard to think about all of these things all at once. Pretty tough. Rob Zilla says, I hear Michael Shez. Yes, he is here, Rob. He will be up next with Patrick, I believe. So cool. Nice job, Shannon. All right, let's look at one more quickly. I'm interested in this one or this one. What do you think?
Yeah.
Goodreads redesign. Meet your next favorite book. I love.
Yeah.
This is a cool design so far.
I like how she put the books in there. Like,
Showing it in
clever
context. And it's really nice because this design is kind of mirrored in the mock-up style. It's not an actual photograph of a monitor.
yeah, that's new and I like it. It looks nice.
Very cool. Some type exploration, color. There's Shannon. What's up, Shannon? And then showing it totally in context, like in Safari.
Yeah, this is a great project. I think it's also very similar to her style. Like I use Goodreads a lot too, so
Yeah.
it should look better.
Yeah, you're kind of showing your interests in this project. Like maybe you really love reading. Awesome. I think this is your most successful project we've looked at.
Yeah, definitely.
far.
Like you did a few mock-ups and like they all look great.
Yeah, just that one extra step of putting it in context and showing us your process is A+ work, I think. Awesome. Maybe we can look at this one as well.
Yeah. Millie's music.
Millie's music. This seems like the Goodreads project, like a similar style.
Yeah.
Really simple color palette. Ooh. I love this linear mock-up style.
Yeah. It's great.
Oh, I see. So it's like music lessons by Millie. Wow.
I wish there was more words because I feel like it's a very interesting like program. Maybe you should design a new app, but I need to read and know more.
Yeah. Right, this does a good job of showing us and not telling us, but I think we still need
Yeah.
little extra info.
But definitely, if I'm an art director looking for like someone who can do vector work, like I would hire you.
Yeah, great example. Nice subtle drop shadow, gives a little bit of depth. Although I see here that you kind of show shadow in a more graphic way, and then you actually use a real drop shadow here. So something to think about, like maybe just deciding like my shadows are going to be graphic or they're not, or
Yeah. I'm a fan of the graphic shadows.
me too. Always.
Got that Malika Fabry look.
Yeah, we were talking about her yesterday.
Cool.
That's awesome. Tima says, I haven't heard the Meow Meow song lately. Has it been removed? We have this song that plays in the background sometimes that's a cat meowing. And we can never hear it, obviously, because we hear no music, but the chat always hears. I hear some meowing going on. Nice job, Shannon. Thank you so much for submitting your portfolio. And I don't know if Shannon's in chat. I haven't seen her. But thank you. I hope you watch the replay.
Yeah.
Nice. And then stepping back out at the 10,000 foot view. Nice to have this link. Maybe put your email. And then just tell us the story of your project. I think that was kind of our overall critique.
Yeah.
Nice job. All right, on to our finished one. This is Anastasia from Austria.
See more work.
Yes, there's a lot going on here. So let's look at it from afar. First and foremost, there is a link, which is cool. A little bit of motion. This looks like your girl,
Yeah.
Jansen.
This is very cute.
Nice logo.
Nice logo for sure.
Yeah, I almost wish this logo was your logo here, although this selfie is very cute. But it's really nice logo. Cool. We have a bio, Russian-born freelance motion designer based in Austria, focused on illustration, animation, and motion graphics. Contact her. Great. Pointing people to your email. Cool. Do you think this gives enough information to someone to know what she does?
Yeah, I guess so. Like, I guess you can let your work speak for itself if you don't want to put too much on there.
Right. Yeah. No, I think this is a good example of saying
Got
like
a lot of links. That's
yes,
very good.
all of the links.
Yeah.
She's like, this is what I do. This is what I focus on. This is how you hire me. Cool. So like we noticed, there's a lot of work here, and a lot of it's different.
Yeah,
the
they
breadth
all look
of
very
work.
different.
Yeah. Is there something that you want to pop into first?
Let's look at this one. Surrealistic world
Sure.
of cooking.
So this is multiple owners.
Wow. It's a motion piece.
Yeah. Let's see. Whoa. So maybe Anastasia did the motion for this? Sometimes it's hard to
Also
know.
illustration. Yeah.
I love that.
Okay. This is very like Dada a little bit.
Yes.
Got a lot
much.
of like.
Kind of surreal.
Yeah.
Taking us through different time periods.
It's a fun animation.
Yeah,
A good
there's
sense of motion.
Lots of different details too, like the little crane dropping the shrimp in the or Mount Fuji.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I really like that one. This
Lots of
last one.
movement.
The color is like great.
Okay, so the design was by these three, and then Anastasia did the animation.
Cool.
I love this. Run.
Yeah, I love that you put that little thing at the end. It just makes it more special.
It's like your little vignettes. Totally.
So it shows that you put in effort for like even just uploading this piece, and I feel like
Right.
it says a lot about your work ethic.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago we were streaming with a design firm, Farm Design, and they said they take, well, it's a big firm, so this makes sense, but they take like 100 hours to do their Behance projects because that's how they get their work. People see their projects on Behance.
Yeah.
So it's really important to take time.
Yeah, I myself, I spend a lot of time like reformatting things, like uploading a project can be such a pain, like to upload it to so many different places,
Right.
but you gotta put in that extra effort, like especially if you're a freelancer, that's how you get your work. So
Yeah, if you do that, that's when the art director knows, like, all right, you will go through all of the steps. You'll design this to the end. So nice. And actually yesterday we saw a project in another portfolio that said multiple owners, but then it didn't tell us who did what. So I really like it says who did what. So an art director wouldn't hire you to do maybe something that you didn't do or have no idea what to do.
yeah.
Nice job.
Nice.
I saw one at the bottom. I'm interested in
Oh,
this.
that is cute.
Oh, it's a video. Okay.
Cool.
So it looks like Illustrator and After Effects. Oh, look at that. So it's just a little maybe animated.
I like eyes.
Cute.
It's simple, but it's cute. I like how you made the background black as well. I think that's a nice little touch
Yeah,
to make it
right.
special.
And this is such a simple little blip of a project that I'm not really bothered by the fact that there's not a ton of
Yeah.
information. But I don't know, how do you feel?
Yeah.
Do you agree?
I agree. Like I think this is very cute. Like if you wanted to expand it, like I mean, it works well on its own, but you can maybe you can do a day version as well.
Yeah, totally.
That would be fun.
Right, or maybe at the bottom you have that, maybe a little vignette like of
Yeah.
the star that says like thank you or something like that.
Yeah.
Nice job, Anastasia. All right, anything else catch your eye?
Something with illustration maybe.
Oh,
This one.
illustrations made for an animation video. This looks like one of the professors I had in school. I'm like, is that him?
Oh, flashing. Oh.
Very New York right now. Oh, that's like, what are you doing? Gotta zoom in on the cat. Love the cat. So lots of different knife design. Nice job, Anastasia. Lots of different utensils.
Hello.
Cool. Cool. You can get some more details. Some sort of purchasing site.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to. I think this might be our critique for overall. Just love to know more up front.
Like who the client is. But
there we go.
Great characters.
Yeah. Flat illustrations made for the Clean Market promotion video. Thank you for watching. You're welcome. I'll appreciate it.
Yeah. So these are great. I think the characters, they have like this uniform look. Yeah, maybe play around with like making them look a little bit more different, like maybe different skin tones, like just little bits of shifts or like. I can tell she's an animator as well because she's like designed it a certain way that, so that it can be animated. Yeah, so
totally.
That's a plus
arm
if
piece.
I'm looking for animation.
It shows that you know how to do that. But I totally agree. And also maybe Clean Market like wanted all the characters to look very similar, so understand if that was a stipulation. But if it wasn't, it's always fun to kind of push and pull things, especially with animation. Cool, so we are going to be off in about 2 minutes. Anastasia, great job. There's obviously a lot of breadth to your portfolio, but you're a strong motion designer.
Yeah.
Definitely, I think that might be your strength. Although your illustrations and designs are really nice as well.
Yeah.
So we looked at Anastasia, Shannon, and Doc's portfolios, and we're almost done here with Abigail. Maybe if people are new or just catching the tail end, maybe you can introduce yourself or say goodbye, let people know where to find you on the internet.
You can find me on Behance with Abigail Goh, or you can also find me on Instagram, Abigail Art.
There we go.
That's
Look for
where
this.
I post a lot of my work on Instagram. Yeah, and also my website, abigail.com.
Awesome. So thank you so much for being here, Abigail. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Nothing to be
Thank you,
nervous
Kathleen.
about. Cool. So we'll be up next in just a couple minutes. So make sure you stick around for more creatives, and we will see you soon.
Bye, friends.
Bye, everyone. Bye.